Harakaat, letter pronunciations. Unlike in English, Arabic letters can be pronounced in different ways depending on the harakat, which are symbols that determine how a letter should be pronounced. There are 4 harakat in Arabic: fatha, dhamma, kasra, and sukun. Number 1. Fatha. Fatha is a small symbol that goes on top of the letter and it looks like a small diagonal line. It represents the sound a. This is how fatha looks like. For example, fataha, meaning opened. Using the letter a shows the use of fatha in the word. Emphasizing fatha. In addition to having fatha as a haraka, there is also an emphasized version of it called tanween fath. To emphasize fatha, all you have to do is add an a letter at the end of the word, change the a sound to an, and add one more small diagonal line on top of the initial one. This is what tanween fath looks like. For example, kasran, meaning breaking. As shown, the extra alif, pronounced as a, is added to show the emphasis. But there is an exception to this rule. If the initial word ends with the letters ta or a, then the emphasis happens without the use of the new alif letter at the end of the word. For example, sayyaratan, meaning car. As shown, the use of the letter ta prevents the addition of the alif to the end of the word. Tanween fath is still applied normally without the extra alif letter. Number 2. Dhamma. Dhamma is another small symbol that is placed on top of the letter and it looks like a small waw. It represents the sound oo. This is what dhamma looks like. For example, sufun, meaning ships. As shown, the use of the letters o shows the use of the dhamma. Emphasizing dhamma. Just like fatha, dhamma can also be emphasized. The sound of dhamma changes from u to on, and the symbol changes to a small waw letter with a curved line at its end. That way, it is tanween dhamm at the end, or emphasis of dhamma. This is what tanween dhamm looks like. Number 3. Kasra. Kasra is a small symbol placed under the letter. It looks just like fatha, but it is placed under the letter, and it represents the sound e. This is what kasra looks like. For example, sakin, meaning knife. As shown, the use of kasra is identified by the letter e. Emphasizing kasra. To emphasize kasra, all that is needed is to add another diagonal line under the initial one, which is under the letter. Also, the sound of kasra changes from e to in. This is what tanween kasr looks like. For example, ta'iratin, meaning airplane. As shown, the use of n at the end of the word creates the tanween kasr, or emphasis of kasra. Number 4. Sukun. Sukun is another small symbol represented by a small circle. It is placed on top of the letter and represents a pause or a stop in speech. This is what sukun looks like. For example, la'ba, meaning toy. As shown, there is a pause in the middle of the word representing the sukun. There is no emphasis for sukun or tanween sukun. Thanks for watching. Done by Umar Ibrahim, grade 10D.